Oh, no kidding.
To do.
Mhm.
Unexpected. Boy.
It's happening right now.
Oh, no kidding.
She had a preliminary thing this morning and now they're trying to empty her out and they're gonna do another ultrasound.
So you get down here, you're going back. Yeah. Okay.
We're rolling. All right, let's get started. For coming. We are here for the Adams County Plan Commission Design Committee meeting for probably December
I would
9th.
call it December 9th.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it says the 12th, but we missed that. Anyway, we have several items on the agenda. The first one is going to be the application for subdivision plat approval for the Ghent family subdivision represented by Bill Wenhoff.
Okay, I'm representing Johnny Gant and the corporation. Basically, what they want to do is, they want to sell off the family farm homestead, and they divide it into 1 and 2 lots. Lot 3 is going to be kept in the corporation, my understanding. They're keeping that, and they're going to keep farming it. But due to your subdivision control ordinance, it had to be part of the subdivision. So basically, that's all they're wanting to do. They're going to auction it off and they're going to take prices on lot 1, prices on lot 2, then they're going to combine them together, see what brings the most. We did get a variance to be 5 foot off the building. That was over the line, and that was approved by the BZA at their last meeting last month.
Yeah. So that's that 8 foot by 546 foot.
Correct,
Little strip right there on the west end
correct.
that they got the variance. And the only thing I have, and I told Bill this when he was in last week, was Rebecca DeGemth owns John K. and Rebecca L. Rebecca L. own that 5 foot, that 8 foot strip there. So I would suggest that Rebecca L. has to sign as a landowner.
And that's gonna be a little difficult because Rebecca passed.
Okay,
So, I know that's before the attorney right now. And it's like a catch-22 here. They didn't want to record that 8 foot unless they knew this was going to pass. I mean, that causes a lot of headaches if we have to retract something that's been recorded. And also, the partnership there's one of the boys, he passed away. So there's another legal question on who's gonna sign on that part. And I don't have that answer yet, because that's under Ainsworth, that's in his ball game right now. But they wanted to keep proceeding on this.
would the best way be to approve or disapprove or approve it subject to the signature?
Yeah, because we're about the boundaries and, you know, if it meets the ordinance as far as size of lot, access to road. If it meets those criteria, you can still pass it and then the actual signing of it and getting it finalized will still have to be done correctly. That all attorneys are happy with, so however you want to word
The
it.
attorneys figure out how the states are then.
Any other questions? Anything from the audience?
I make a motion, we accept the Ghent family subdivision.
Is there a second?
Seconds.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Second application on the list is for Randy Reynolds and subdivision represented by McKinney Land Surveying.
Corey McKinney Land Surveying, representing Randy Reynolds' land, owned by Randy Reynolds and his wife. Basically, all they want to do is separate out what I show as lot two, to sell to a nephew. It's mainly floodplain ground. It's back by the river, recreation ground. So we put a 30-foot strip on the west side for access. That's about it, really. Wanting to sell off lot two and keep lot one.
Does Randy have signature authority for the LLC?
Yes, I
By
just double
himself?
checked.
By himself?
He is the president of the company,
Okay.
so he has the signature for that, yes.
Good, good.
So the only couple things I notice, how wide is that? And maybe I just missed it, but how wide is that easement or whatever you wanna call it going
30
back
foot.
there? It is 30 foot, okay.
There's
And
a
then-
grass, they get back there now with the grass laying in the middle.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, I see. So
but
they're gonna,
if push came to shove.
they'll continue to use it,
They'll
but that's
use the
there
land.
if they need it.
Right,
Yeah.
it's all
Okay.
gotta remain family, like I
Yeah.
said, nephew's buying it, but, yeah, if something were to change, they would put the lane, the actual access lane over.
Yeah,
It's actually part of the lot, not even an easement.
okay.
Right.
It is part of lot two.
It is
Okay.
a strip of ground.
And then is there 30 foot out there along the road?
Yes, it's 30 foot the
Okay.
entirety.
Any other thoughts or questions?
Not for me.
Anyone in the audience?
I move to accept the Randy Reynolds land subdivision.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You guys?
Thank you. All right. Third application, subdivision approval for Glory Hills. I'm not sure how to say that. Probably butchered it.
Pronounced either.
And by Birch Frank and Associates.
Yeah, I'm Trey Schultz with Birch Frank, and we're here on behalf of Gerber Development, which is owned by Eric Gerber. He lives in the catty corner on the south side of 300 South. And he owns this property, and he's just subdividing off that 6 acres for his son to build a house. Eventually, I don't know what time frame. The front lot's kind of wonky looking, but there's kind of a high point in the field. I don't know if you're familiar with that area, but there's a really bad hill in the road. He wants to bring the driveway out.
Put it on top of the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have on the deed of dedication, the undersigned Eric Gerber, owner of the real estate. I believe the owner is Gerber Development LLC. Am I correct on that?
Yeah. Gerber Development LLC is the owner.
So that's how it would have to be
That's what I need
signed,
to put.
however he signs or whoever signs for that. So,
He said he was the sole owner of that LLC, so.
yeah, so you might want to
Put
change
the
the word.
LLC name down.
Change the wording a little bit because he's not the owner. It's signed. The owner is Gerber Development LLC.
Okay.
Even though he's the owner,
He's the
he's,
owner of
it's
it,
still
yeah.
gotta be in the name of whoever's listed.
Yeah, so it
Okay.
needs to be in that name.
All right.
That's the way I would see that.
Any other thoughts or questions? Anybody in the audience? Entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up. Application for subdivision plat approval for ATE Schaefer subdivision, represented by Miller Land Surveying.
This first one is ATE Schaefer subdivision located in Route 16 They're proposing a 2-lot subdivision. Lot 1 is the house and the garage on 1 acre. And then lot 2 is 2.035 acres, and they did get a variance approval to be 19 feet away from the barn and the garage.
I don't have anything.
And one acre is possible because of county sewer.
Okay, that was actually something I had noted there, but okay, that makes sense.
Thought that might come up.
Yeah, I make a motion, we accept the A.E. Schaefer subdivision.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
So the next one, can we just go down the line?
Yep.
Next one is the Daniel S. and Sam R. Schwartz subdivision. Located in Wabash, Section 10. They're proposing a 2-lot subdivision. Lot 1 is 0.04 acres and lot 2 is 8.275 acres.
I don't think I have any issues on it. The fence over there is kind of unusual on the east side. A little closer than the 30-foot, but that's technically they have the right of way.
Legally on paper, yeah.
Mhm.
Anything else, thoughts, questions from the board?
Nope.
Audience?
I move to accept the Daniel S. and Sam R. Schwartz subdivision.
Second.
Favor? You?
Next is a DDS subdivision located in Monroe, Section 14. Proposing a 3-lot subdivision. 1 acre, 2 is 1.178 acres, and lot 3 is 5.494. And I believe Denny Schwartz already got variance to have these lots under 2 acres.
That is correct.
And I think we need to double check the deed of dedication, and it might be in red on your copies. I think we were wanting to verify that before we had anyone sign.
So this one will have lots 1 and 3 will have both owners until the transfer will take place between them. So there'll be Schwartz, Douglas, and Dennis, and Sprunger, Rice A, and Kinsey A. So because of the way the lot lines are crossing the boundary lines or the possession, the deed lines. And I have a number of typo questions on here if you wanna do it now or later. Down. We will lose it. 476 there, 491 on the plat and on the deed.
Oh, are you smart?
You want it turned over then?
Yeah. What's the deal?
Camera and
That's
walk
what you're
away.
here for.
That's right.
Don't you put your camera upside down?
Okay.
So I have that that description is not the document number you have listed here.
Okay. Okay, I'll have the guys
I
look at
think
it.
one of them is correct. I think it was maybe the description is right, I don't remember. We got
So it was the second one here though.
Yeah, it slips, yeah, on the second one.
Yeah, they did get the variances, as she already mentioned, for the smaller lots. And, yeah. You guys have any other questions or comments? Audience?
I make a motion, we accept the DDS subdivision.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so the next thing is on JL and CMJL Court subdivision. I forgot to bring the folder with me, so I'm gonna have to look at someone's while I explain.
You want to start with mine?
There's marks on it. Okay, so this one in Monroe 3, they're proposing a 2-lot subdivision. Lot 1 is the 15.69 and lot 2 is 18.004. We are doing other boundary surveys in like conjunction to this because they are kind of swapping some ground. So the 2 acres is gonna be sold to the neighbor. And then like the lane they're getting from like each of these parcels
Okay.
to access these.
Yeah.
Does that make sense on what
Yeah.
you followed what I was saying?
Makes sense. So that, but you have it shown as owned by Noah and,
Yep.
Noah M and Mary AM. It won't be until transfer.
Yeah.
And once it transfers, it won't be landlocked. Until it transfers,
Mhm.
it could be landlocked depending on how they
Yeah, and I
transfer
think
these.
that is kind of what we were working on. I believe they're gonna use Bumgarners and kind of figuring out in what order all of
Okay.
this needs done.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if they were going to like transfer some of this and then like us record this. I know we wanted to get it approved and if we need to change names. We can do that.
So the concern would be not to landlock
Okay.
that 2 acres because it's not connected to the easements.
Mhm.
So. I don't know how they
Okay,
do
I'm gonna
that.
take a picture of that.
Yeah.
So if I don't hold it with me.
You can have one.
Well, she
She wanted to.
she wants my
It's
notes.
fine.
so don't-
Oh, we want your
It's fine,
notes
I'll
again.
take
Okay,
it,
You
though.
can have mine.
And then.
And then I got a whole list right there.
Oh. I'll pass that on to the guys.
And did you get that one over there
Oh.
too then?
Was this for you or for us?
There's
is that
probably a
going with
difference somewhere. 38, no, substance then. I circled it. Does it have 30 on here? Right there it is. It's 58, description 38 plat. Seconds. So that's the difference between them two.
I'll take a picture of that one. No, I'll take a picture of that. No.
Turned over. Yeah, so that is one of them is probably right.
Okay.
And I assume it's a 38 here. I don't know.
Yeah, so this one has a lot of different moving pieces. I'm not 100% sure what order everything's being taken care of in.
Can I go down my notes?
Yep.
The first one is the 1/2 of the lot 2 easement, the one on the north right there, is in the open drain. So it looks, because it's going from the center of the open drain, so it looks like there's probably 15 feet rough, more or less, from the top of the bank to the south easement line, the south property line, I guess is our easement both ways, because it is part of the property and it is an easement. I assume that easement is for both lots,
Yes.
or is it's not clear on here.
The easement
It
over the
just,
driveways,
it just says easement, ingress egress easement.
the 2 acre ingress egress
Yeah.
easement.
So they're part of the lot and they're an egress easement.
But you've done both, made them part of the lot. Also made it
Yeah.
an easement, which is weird.
Mhm. And that's what I was,
And a portion of the easement is worthless.
portion of the easement is the center of the ditch to the top of the bank there that can't be used as easement. So I'm guessing it leaves about 15 foot. That's pure guess. I didn't,
That's why.
I didn't measure. It's staked out there. If anyone wants to see that one, that's all staked out with lath.
That's why they made it an easement, so they both use the full 30
I would,
plus half of the other. They're gonna use 45 feet to get back there.
I would assume in that
On
case that,
paper, it meets ordinance,
Right.
I would assume that they're gonna have one driveway
I assume. I don't know. for
between
sure,
them.
But
I
I
don't know.
assume. But we can't have that, so.
Oh,
So does that
you
work?
can. Yeah, because the whole 60 foot is the easement, so you could put a 12 foot driveway anywhere on that,
In that 60
in
feet.
that 60 foot. It's weird, but legal, I think, to answer the question. Cause there's no way they're putting, even if even if there was no ditch involved, there's not gonna be 60 foot of stone.
No, right, I know.
Never, right, I get
This
it.
was an unusual
It very, yeah.
one. So a couple other comments from me, from the surveyor's office now, from the drainage board. There, I assume that'll be a culvert pipe or some kind of bridge, I don't know what. I don't have any specs on that. Is gonna be at the bend, almost a 90-degree bend there. And there's a private.
I know what you mean now, yeah.
There's a private tile coming from the east side of the road through 100 East and dumps out into that, actually on the straightaway of the curb.
Mhm.
I think we have representation of some owners of that here. So two issues. Number one, what are they doing there to cross that without obstructing flow or making it worse? You know, because if you put a culvert pipe in there, you're probably increasing the velocity a little bit into a 90-degree bend. A bridge probably would not affect it any differently than it operates today. They're building a driveway on the easement of the ditch, the drainage board easement on the 75 feet. I believe that should be requesting a variance to put that on there. Because it's within the right of way, it would affect us dipping.
Yeah.
That's the side we dipped from just, 3 years ago? 2.5 years ago. We just dipped it from that side because you couldn't dip from the other side. It's road.
You have a nice stone lane to use this time.
Yeah, we can dump it right on the look. I don't know how to handle that. I believe we should get a variance on that because you're building in the right of way.
Well, wouldn't that
In the
be when they go to pull a building permit, not pertinent to today's ordinance? Or,
I don't think the building permit has anything to do with the drainage easement.
but just because they own this doesn't. like,
Just
you
because
can't
they
say
own it don't
today They're
mean-
gonna put in a driveway,
They own it, just because they own it doesn't mean they have the right to improve or build on it.
but I don't know today that they're going to.
In the 75 feet, that's the only way back there, isn't it? Both your property lines are 30 foot wide.
Yeah.
So you're going 60 feet from the center. Our easement is 75 foot from the top of the bank. So the driveway to be on the easements have to be in the drainage easement.
You're gonna know more about that. You guys know more.
I-
about
Well,
Mark, I'm looking at
I mean, multiple things are happening here, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna try and get in the middle of it.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
I know.
So she's just basically asking, do the lines and the access meet our ordinance as far as that goes? Yes.
think so. I would
And then your question is, so we pass this and we say, good, but then the day they wanna start building bridges or cul-de-sacs or a lane back there,
We're out of it
he's,
at that point.
right,
that's fine.
he's saying,
But we're
they,
saying
he's saying they can't.
we will put a stop work order.
Yeah.
He's looking for,
Yes,
a
a variance.
variance for that.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna throw the third wrench in there. Obviously, the cul-de-sac and the water is the number one most important thing, that doesn't get impeded.
Yes.
That has to be figured out, period.
Before.
But I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm not trying to fight.
No.
We've always upstairs given out building permits, and only if you were building within that 7 feet It'll, no different than putting in a stone, you know, when you put up a building, you gotta be 20 feet off the property line. But you can build a stone lane right on the property line, no questions asked whatsoever. Has nothing to do with our setback at all.
With you,
So I don't think that them putting stone beside your ditch needs to be a variance.
I don't know. That's-
Because it's not building anything. It doesn't impede, you can drive right on that.
But it is improving it. It is making a change
Right.
to the easement.
Well, I understand that.
I wish we should have asked this if Bill was here, because he's on the drainage board also. That'd been another opinion I didn't. think.
Again, all these are for another day anyway, but
Yeah.
I would be curious if you needed that. You know, to me, it's the same as building on a, right next to your property line with zero setback, you know?
So
Yeah.
basically what we're looking at today, this meets everything that it needs to meet. But when they come in for a building permit, then that brings up these other issues.
Well, the
They're gonna have to be
Well,
first thing they'll
addressed.
come in for is your permit for cutting in a road.
Well, they should.
Well, we'll make sure that happens. That's where the drainage part.
Well, they're gonna have to talk to Mike
We
too,
have to
to get the
prove
size of the pipe in the ditch.
Pipe if they're
Yeah.
doing, or the bridge.
Yeah.
Right.
Depending on what they're doing, that has to come from drainage board.
Yeah.
Surveyor.
So this could be passed, but then they may still not be able to do anything.
Correct.
Yeah. Or you could get these questions answered and then pass this.
Right.
That'd be the second choice, or of the two choices. To get that question answered, do we need a variance in that or not? I've been trying to figure that out. It's no question that it's an improvement.
Why
If,
would,
as long as they do something.
why would that hold up it getting passed today? Because we can say for sure they are going to build there
Well,
today.
I don't think it does, in my opinion.
But wouldn't that hold up access to it? If we don't approve, if the
But just
drainage
because-
board,
You could drive right across there
I'm saying
today.
you can drive on grass, you don't have to.
Yeah, I
put
could drive it
stone in,
now.
Right?
they're not in the 75 feet, you can't.
I can't drive on that 75 feet.
You can drive on it, but improve it is what I'm saying.
I know, but I'm saying the access is there.
No, you can drive on it.
I could go out there
I'm
this
not saying-
afternoon and drive down
I'm
that.
not saying the access isn't there. I'm
Right.
saying that the drainage
That's
easement
what you just said a
exists.
second ago.
Sorry. Got me going.
I'm just saying the access does exist
Access exists.
correctly, size wise.
Yeah.
No improvement can happen till these people are satisfied. And that's a later date.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, cause in my opinion, they could go ahead and do all this and get this passed,
Yeah, and they can.
but not be
build
able to do
lots.
anything to
Yes.
it.
I mean,
But
that's
not the point
they're
of-
taking
That's
a
the
risk,
chance they're taking.
right? That's a risk on their end.
Yep.
He's trying to avoid that risk, but it's their risk. So if they're willing to
Yeah.
take it,
Yeah, my suggestion would be to get it first.
Right.
Ask questions answered.
I don't
and then
disagree,
plan.
but if they're willing to, the people at the top of the thing that they're doing it, if they're willing to take that risk, that's on them.
Do you want to ask for public?
Yeah.
Opinion?
Yeah, but I didn't, we're done.
I'm good.
Anybody in the audience?
What's your opinion on the 75 feet as far as added costs and heading the ditch down the road, having a stone driveway on it? Should we be doing that?
My opinion right now, without knowing more, is that if we want to dip that, we can dip that. And if it falls on the stone, it falls on the stone. As long as we're in our easement, and we will be in the easement there. Almost the
You
whole
have rights
thing.
to do what you want in that 75 feet.
So can an excavator without extra cost reach across that drive? It depends where they put it.
I'd say if the drive's there, you use it. That's an
Yeah.
opinion. Just use it. Run down it with the excavator. You
So-
slop it up, you slop it up. They're taking that chance.
And with a variance, any cost incurred because of their operation, because of their building, their improvement would be at their cost if the variance is put on there. So if we wanted to dip it from that side and we had to haul,
Mm-hmm.
then they would be responsible for that. The landowners would be responsible for it with a variance. That's what the variance says on it.
So at the end of all this, if this gets passed here in a minute, I would like the name and address of who's gonna own those, and I'm gonna send a letter
Okay.
to let them know before any improvement next to that ditch or to the road happens. I'll just send them
It
a
needs-
letter that we agree is what needs to happen so that they are clear that it hits them in the mail and there's nobody gonna show up and do something. And then we find it later.
Yeah, right.
If I send a letter out,
Well, that,
that can't happen. Well,
yeah.
can't is a pretty strong word. Shouldn't happen.
Does that answer your question or?
Yeah, as far as our tile, we just had that replaced a few years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't-
We got that replaced and that's good. I think it's gonna be far enough north. It's just, only my concern is cutting that bank, and you suggested that they would probably have to go to extra measures to rip raff it.
Rip wrap the curve, and
curve.
I even suggested possibly replacing that plastic with a metal. It's because of the if they're gonna increase the velocity of that water,
That 10 inch.
will the plastic hold that?
I mean, it's not as rigid as steel, but still, it's pretty,
But it doesn't
it's,
deteriorate.
yeah, it doesn't deteriorate. It's still dual wall we put in there,
It's
right?
10 inch dual wall. I don't really concern. me
Yeah.
with that.
The dual wall plastic ages, we know that when it sticks out there, because most of the there's a lot of plastic ones in our ditches now that are broken
Yeah.
down. So we know they break down, just in regular flow.
And there again, that could be something we could address at that time when they come in to, yeah.
Depending on how small the tile is, that dual wall might be hidden behind it. That the flow
Oh.
might not,
Could be, they
Yeah.
push it over.
because just down the road, it's like 4 foot they just put in.
I did a quick estimate on watershed here, and I believe a 4 to 8 inch would hold there. If it fits in because of the curve, that's the question. I think what I'd like to do is ask Nate on this one, the highway engineer, because he has experience on this exact thing.
Yeah.
I don't. On what we do at that curve.
Okay.
Because it is about almost a 90 there. It's
Yeah,
almost a 90
it's-
degree.
Yep,
And it is close to the road,
yep, it is.
all the way along there, because the
whole
bank,
thing is,
the banks are almost up to the edge if you go south there.
it's the ones we've been watching.
Mhm.
Any other questions, comments? Entertain a motion, good or bad? Up or down?
I make a motion, we accept the John JL and Sam JL Swartz subdivision on what we've been presented today, that we know we can technically okay it on.
Second. I was trying to figure out how to word it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against?
I don't like this one.
Okay.
And it is, that's a tough, it is.
All right. They don't all have to be unanimous. Okay.
Okay, last one, market development subdivision located in Preble 35. Would be a 2-lot subdivision, lot 1 is 1.969 acres, lot 2 is 1 acre.
I have no notes on this one.
Good.
The railroad, the former railroad is owned by Weekman Irrevocable Trust there, like it says, 99 foot. They're putting an ingress egress easement there where the driveway exists to the barn. The house is far enough away that's not gonna bother. I mean, it's existing, so.
That's the key.
Mhm.
And this also has possibility of sewer's not there, but it's,
Is this the one of their next projects?
this is, it could be there. It's very easily, it's only an eighth of a mile from
It's
The
going
highway.
down 2284 there. the
224.
South side of 224.
It's basically, that
Oh,
property,
just
that property is
224,
lit
yeah,
up.
I see, right here, yeah.
Right.
I gotcha.
It is an accessible property. It just,
So is that something though that would we require them to do for since it's not 2 acres or what, how does that?
No, no.
Or I guess, the possibility is there so they can do this.
Correct.
Okay,
Just like the
all right.
last one where there isn't anything
Yeah.
in the ground.
Yeah,
It can be 1 acre because sewer is available.
okay,
And this is the same instance. It's
Mhm.
available. If they needed it, they can
okay,
bring it to them.
all right.
If they wanted to do anything, any improvement on the house,
If
would
they,
require
if they would,
sewer.
add any plumbing or bedroom, then normal deal where you have to go, well, normal deal is you go down to the health department, but they won't be able to upgrade. They would have to go sewer.
Okay, all right,
So that would be on there.
So that's on the house. If
yeah,
they ever
yeah.
did something there, and then on the 1 acre where the building is, if it's somehow changed to something where it's not just storage
Mhm.
and they wanted living space out there,
They would
then
have to go
that
down
would
there.
obviously be
Yeah.
sewer.
Okay,
Yes.
All right.
No questions. No permit till they got them.
So they could put a house on the 1 acre with a sewer?
If it fit, yeah.
Okay.
If you got your setbacks.
Mhm.
I don't see that. This is, I think it's Mark Mom and
Marco owns the
owner now.
Marco Development, Warren
Yeah.
Scheinman owns the
So
property.
I just assume he's gonna use that barn for who knows what.
is that the one that already has all kind of stuff set in there?
Yeah, Warren Scheinman has everything sitting out there.
Oh, that's
and-
Warren stuff.
And all his metalworking stuff is in the building, as far as I
Okay.
know yet.
All
It's
right.
all in there yet.
Okay,
What he'd acquired over the years, so. He did a lot of welding.
Okay.
work, Fabrication.
yeah,
He's in, I believe, Woodcrest now,
okay.
I think they don't quote me on that.
Any other thoughts or questions on this? Nothing from the audience?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
You need a sign-in sheet, since you got. It's a public meeting, the way I understand.
We have one. We don't usually do it, so.
We usually don't get.
Do we need to approve minutes?
Yes. Any
I have
issues,
time to catch
changes?
you at the end.
Yeah, yes. I see nothing.
I didn't either.
I wasn't here, so.
I moved to accept the secretary minutes.
Favor?
Aye.
That's approved.
Thanks, guys.
I've got no new or old business unless you guys do. Meeting adjourned then.
Second.
I'm